Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Jess. So glad that you guys are joining me. Today's video is going to be a Sunday prep. So for my new viewers, welcome. My returning viewers, welcome back. So just to kind of share a little bit, I have been struggling to use my planner for at least the past month. So as part of that, I decided that I want to hold myself accountable and get back into doing prepping my planners on Sunday. And by holding myself accountable also means that I will be recording it. So then that way, that's the accountability part. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is working in both my daily grind and my happy planner, so then that way I can get myself all prepared for the upcoming week and basically set myself up for success. So first of all, we are going back to this week in review. I can't remember which colors that I used last week. Yeah, it's this one and this one. So basically what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna fill this in. I can't talk. I already have my weekly pages set up, but I want to set up the week ahead, and then I want to go ahead and decorate the week in review for next week. And usually what I do for this is wait a minute, hold on. I can't remember if it was this one. Okay, this is the one that I'm using for, sorry, I like to change up the color and then I get really confused. Okay, so I'm just gonna start filling it. So what I like to do is I like to alternate colors. I will say my overall mood and happiness was much better this week. And workouts and daily movement is still very low, but that is going to change next week. Next week I am getting my nutrition and water intake was good this week. I'm going to give myself a 5. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so my progress with my month's goals, I feel like I'm working towards them. I think, maybe. So I gave myself a 6. My focus and daily routine, I gave myself a 5. Again, I feel like I am, maybe. My overall mood and happiness, I put myself up to a 7 because I feel like this past week has been really good for that. My nutrition and water intake is up to a 7. I'm really trying to eat healthy, drink a lot of water. My workouts and daily movement, I tried to get moving around last week or this past week. I used the treadmill yesterday. On Monday, I'm having a walking pad, like a compact treadmill, actually deliver. So I will be able to set that up so I can be able to use that. We are going to do my 3 great things that happened, oh my gosh, last week. And for this one, the colors do matter for the daily pages and the week ahead, but it doesn't matter for this page. Okay, so before I go there, the mantra for next week, I kind of want to find a sticker. Maybe there's something fun in all the feels. Okay, this one is a little bit more new. This one I think is going to have something. I'm also trying to look at the size. I think I like this one. It just says do your best. Simple enough. Mantra for next week is do your best. So my biggest goal for next week is going to be stay consistent with socials. So the top 10 goals that I worked on the most, I will definitely say that H2O was absolutely one. I will say self-care, because self-care has become like my skincare routine, reading, knitting, that sort of thing. I'm gonna say for work, it's going to be the email has been good. Like, I've been keeping up with that, and I'm also gonna say the FMLA I've been keeping up with. And in terms of other ones, you know what? I'm gonna give myself the home one, because I feel like I did really well with kind of keeping up with stuff at home that needed to be done. Now, the top 10 goals that I worked on the least, in terms of work, it is going to be project. I did not get an opportunity to work on projects at all last week. And then for home, I'm just gonna do socials. It was planners. And finally, medication. I'm trying to build a better habit in terms of taking my medication. Last week, it was better than the previous week, but it's just, it can be better. The currently reading, I'm adding a little bit of color in there. Currently, I am reading, oh, I remember, same time next summer. It doesn't even fit in there. 3 great things that happened this week. I finished like 3 books. I was really proud of that. Second thing that happened. Sorry, I'm so tired. I bought a walking pad. And then a third thing that happened. Ooh, that is tough. Started a new knitting project. I don't have it from that. I'm not gonna fill anything in for the thoughts, ideas, and notes. Honestly, just because nothing comes to mind. Okay, and then we're gonna go switch over to the week ahead. So the week ahead is pretty simple, where I just like to, we're switching over the colors. We're using a purple and a light blue. The blue is for work. So this is, I think it's supposed to be a calendar. It's actually 9 columns, 7 rows. I don't really understand. I personally don't think it is supposed to be like that, but it is. So what I have been doing is I have been highlighting in the days specifically for work and the days for home. And what's really exciting is that this is a long weekend. So I have, 5 days of work this week, but then we have a long weekend and I will be off work on the 27th. All right, so now I am going to give myself for the week ahead, my top focus gives you a space to pick out 5 goals that you want to absolutely focus on. So I'm giving 3 for home and 2 for work. I decided to give myself move socials, which is basically like Instagram, YouTube, make sure I'm taking my medication every single day, and then project and tasks. And then what I'm going to do is every single day, I'm going to give myself 2 goals, 2 priority goals to work on for both work and home. Now, since the weekend, obviously I'm not working, so the weekend I will give myself 4 priority goals to work on every single day. So here's my home, and then my work is blue. And basically I'm not filling these in right now because I'm going to be filling them in. Like every single day can be able to vary in terms of what is going to be considered a priority. Like let's say for instance, maybe I have one day this week that I know I have a lot more meetings, or I have a lot more certain tasks to do, and maybe it's not going to be a good project day. Then I can be able to decide on better priorities. But this is all that I'm going to do for this one. I will fill it out as I go, but that is done. And then the only thing else that I do is my week in review. I just basically go ahead and decorate it. So then that way it is all set up. I do like to decorate it ahead of time. It kind of gives me like it gives me that creative time. So I may speed it up right here as I'm coloring it in. I don't know. I'll decide when I'm editing. All right, so this one is all done, all set up, and we are ready to go for the week. And then these 2 colors are going to go into my bag. So this is like a bag that I use for all of my stationery utensils, stationery accessories. I don't know if utensils is the right word. Maybe it is. But yeah, so those are going in there. And the other 2 will be put away. And now we're gonna go to my regular planner. So this one, I am kind of a little embarrassed. So decorated it. I started using it. I haven't filled it in too much. This is one reason why I'm actually doing away with this one. So this is a week that originally I was going to use for the first week of the month, and then the second week of the month, and then the third week of the month. And we are now nearing the 4th week of the month, and I still have not used it. So I need to update the days, and I need to put in new days. And I am damn near determined to use this freaking planner this week. Like this is how behind I have gotten with the month, where this has felt like a very overwhelming and burnout filled month. Let's just be honest. And the poor paper is like tearing because I have put down dates and picked them up, and put down new dates and picked them up. And at this point it is just absolutely ridiculous. So let's try again. These were especially made 14, and this was a special made 13. So let's see if I can pull them up together. Oops. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. You know what? It is perfectly okay if you have moments where you're not using your planner. But this is not something that I want to make a habit. So, okay, let's try this again. So this is just the dates and holidays 2 because it has the font of the dates that I like. These ones. Let's see. Yeah. I want to make sure I didn't have like any extra sheets. All right, so this is the 20th. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I am like so annoyed at myself because literally that was the 3rd time that I have had to pick up numbers and put them back down and put updated numbers back down. So we may have 2 weeks completed for this month. And if that's how it turns out to be, then that's how it turns out to be. And this is one that I didn't even like decorate on camera. I decorated off of camera a couple weeks ago. So, all right. So this, I think I used the Breathe, Live, Explore sticker book. Oh, and see, and look, I'm going to have to now, because I also, okay, so this is, I think what I'm going to do, I think this one, because I don't really want to have to pick up the dates again. Like, I even dated through the end of the month to try to get me to use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape these down. So then that way it looks like one cohesive page where it goes from the 20th, where a decorated 20th through the 27th, to an undecorated, or sorry, 20 through 26 to an undecorated 27th through 2nd, which I will be decorating, I don't know, sometime this week. Don't be like me. Use your planner. Do better. All right. Yeah, so it's like for me, sometimes it's like I will tell myself, oh, like if I don't update it the night before, oh, I will update it the next morning. And then the morning I don't. And then I'll tell myself, oh, I will update it during the day at work. And then I don't. Okay, so this is going to be used for YouTube. I may actually change that. Yeah, no, you know what? I think what I was doing before, I would use these for Instagram. And then this top part would be for YouTube. So I'm just going to go ahead and write in YouTube. I really don't know if I can be able to like fill that in, just because I haven't, like, I have a list of videos that I want to record. There's a couple more videos that I want to record today. And I think once I record those, I'll be able to kind of figure out what I want to post each day. I know that one of my posts on Monday is going to be a daily grind. And actually, 24th, okay. So if I'm just kind of looking at, for daily grind, I can be able to kind of write that down. And I don't really, okay, this is what we are gonna do. I am gonna go ahead and start up a list of what I know for a fact that I will need to record. And then I think the only other thing that I'm trying to decide is, okay, so I know for a fact I just, okay, I totally messed up on that. I wrote like a little too big. I have to like remind myself to write a little bit smaller. But basically I think what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of like put little to-dos, you know, stuff that I know for a fact that I'm going to need to do that day. I would do a highlight or would do a mild liner right there, but I've already whited it out and it's really a pain in the butt to use these over a whiteout. And then I'm gonna give myself 2 more reminders on Sunday. For things that I need to do. And Sunday will basically be things that I want to do to get myself prepared for the upcoming week. And one thing that I will have to do, and I think this is something that I'm going to have to do early in the week, so I'm kind of giving myself like a deadline of Wednesday, but it's going to be to plan content through 6:15. And I'm writing that down twice in the planner because that is something that I have to do. If I'm going to want to have content to share while I'm in New York, then I'm going to need to be planning ahead. So by hopefully seeing it in my planner twice, that's going to be a good reminder for me that I have to do it. Okay, I think that's all that I can really do right now. I will be like probably by the end of today, I will be taking a look at like all the videos that I've gotten recorded. I'll be comparing it to my brain dump list, and then I can kind of decide what else do I need to do, and I can be able to plan that out for the beginning of the week. And then by Wednesday, I will have a full complete list of everything that needs to be done. Okay, so now in terms of this planner, so we switched from the horizontal. This was actually not this past week, but the week before that. This is for this upcoming week. We switched to the dashboard from the horizontal. I'm really excited for this change, by the way. Okay, so things that I absolutely have to do. We have a few bills So with having a trip coming up, I'm really having to look in my pantry and my refrigerator to kind of see, like, to kind of be a little bit more conscious about what I'm purchasing from the grocery store, because I don't want to over purchase and then have food end up spoiling when I'm gone. So grocery list for essentially grocery shopping that I do on the 26th will basically be for any groceries that I'm going to need from the 27th of May through June, probably through June 11th, because then I'm going to plan on doing a grocery shopping on June 11th. So we did grocery. This right here is specifically going to be for my son's work. I don't know yet what that's going to be for. I think that what I'm going to do is this is going to be for books that I want to read. And I kind of like the idea of giving myself check marks. And then this may be for like any books that I end up reading that I don't have written down right here. I'm trying to think if there's any. Oh, I know another one. So I have 2 more physical books that I want to finish reading, and I will say that I have actually done really good for reading physical books this month. So far I have read Missing White Woman, which this is a really fun, good fantasy book. I don't know why I said fun. This is a really, really good fantasy or mystery. It's not fantasy. Start over. This is a really good mystery book. I definitely recommend it. Finished The Guncle, which I cried so much in this book. Highly recommend this book. And I finished reading The Housemaid. This was actually a reread. I did audio, like strictly audio last year, and this time it was primarily physical. I think I ended up doing like maybe the last 30% as audio, because I thought I was supposed to have book club last week. And then we decided to push it back until next week. Or until, yeah, whatever. But anyway, so I've finished these 3, and then I'm hoping to finish 1, 2, I want to say, and then the other ones that I'm hoping to finish, this one is same time next summer. I just took the desk cover off because like I always take this off whenever I read hardcover books. But yeah, so I'm hoping to read Same Time Next Summer, Attached at the Hip by Christina Riccio, and then One Last Summer by Kate Spencer. So these are my 3 physical other books that I want to read for the rest of this month, and we'll see if it happens. But these 3 are the ones that I'm hoping to read this week. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to use this for yet. Don't know what this is exactly going to be for. But let's go ahead and go to this one. I don't even know what time that we have traveling book club. But that is that night. And then Wednesday, we have an author chat at 5 p.m. And then Thursday, we have I don't know what I was doing there. Okay. We have a Zoom as well for another group. And then this is going to be a day that I do grocery shopping. I really like using this. So grocery and laundry. I think that's all that I really have plans for, because other days it's going to kind of depend on like what my son's schedule is. Actually, I know that he mentioned going out with friends on Wednesday. So once I kind of get the details, I'll be able to fill that in. And then, yeah, everything else, I don't know quite what yet. But once I know, I will be able to fill it in. All right, so there we go. I think that starts us off well during the week. I am really excited about using the dashboard though. All right, so that is done. Daily grind is done. I do have to do some prep in my daily journal. Like I've got to actually set up Monday, but I will do that off camera. But I feel like I am at least as prepared as I can be for this week. Hopefully next week will be, or this upcoming week will be a good week in my planners. I hope that you all have a great week. If you have any questions for me about how I use my planners, drop me a comment, let me know. Thumbs up, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.